If we started cloning any living creature? No, we're not talking about a sci-fi movie where everyone has a perfect double, or a future where you can order a designer pet from a catalog. We're talking about something far more complex and, frankly, a little more ethically sticky: embryo genetic editing. Get ready, because today we're diving into the secret world of Silicon Valley and asking, are they trying to build designer babies? Before we jump into this genetic roller coaster, a quick favor. If you love science mixed with a healthy dose of madness, subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our disadventures in science. Let's go! Alright, cast your minds back to November 2018. The world was chugging along, minding its own business, when out of nowhere, a Chinese geneticist named He Jiankui from the Southern University of Science and Technology in Shenzhen dropped a bombshell. He announced, casually, as if he'd just invented a new flavor of instant noodles, that he had secretly performed the first attempt at embryo genetic editing that resulted in a pregnancy and birth. Yes, you heard that right. Genetically modified babies. 2 twin girls were born, and on paper, they were supposed to have a genetic trait that some people naturally possess, giving them increased resistance to the HIV virus. Now, this sounds like something out of a comic book, right? Captain Immunity, here to save the day. But the reality was far more complicated. It later emerged that there weren't just 2 genetically modified humans born due to this reckless decision, but 3. A third baby girl was born a few months after the twins. And to make things even more dramatic, the genome editing, performed with the CRISPR technique, had uncertain outcomes, meaning they didn't really know what they were doing, or what the long-term effects would be. It's like trying to fix a leaky faucet with a sledgehammer. You might stop the leak, but you'll probably destroy the whole bathroom in the process. For his experiment, which was illegal, and violated every ethical norm imaginable, both nationally and internationally, this scientist got 3 years in prison for illegal medical practice. So, lesson learned. Don't play God in your garage, especially if you're going to get caught and do a bad job of it. Now, let's fast forward to 2025. Just a few days ago, the Wall Street Journal, that bastion of serious news that probably has scientists in lab coats delivering their papers, reported something else that made our eyebrows shoot up like rockets. A Californian startup called Preventive is allegedly working in secret to create a genetically modified embryo to give birth to a child already protected from an inherited disease. According to the journal, this San Francisco-based company has even identified a couple affected by a transmissible genetic disease who are interested in participating in the experiment. And guess what? They're reportedly moving to conduct the experiment outside the United States, where, like in most of the world, this type of genetic editing is prohibited and illegal. So they're taking their genetic experiments to a place with more flexible regulations. It's like going to that one friend's house where their parents let you do anything, but with far more profound consequences than just eating too much junk food. Genetic editing. When is it used and when is it not? Genetic editing today represents a hope against rare diseases because it can correct DNA mutations, even in multiple places and at the level of a single letter. Its use has been authorized for some rare pathologies that affect millions of people worldwide. We're talking about conditions like sickle cell anemia and beta thalassemia, 2 blood diseases, or spinal muscular atrophy, a neuromuscular disease. More recently, it's also being used for personalized gene therapies designed specifically for a patient's genetic sequence, not valid for anyone else. However, these forms of genetic editing, especially the Nobel-winning CRISPR-Cas9 technique, occur and have occurred after birth. We're talking about fixing things once they're already broken, not tampering with the blueprint from the start. Genetic editing on gametes, egg and sperm cells destined for conception, or on embryos destined for implantation is not considered ethically or medically desirable. In fact, scientists have long been calling for an international moratorium on such experiments. And for good reason. The practice is banned in most countries because any mutations made to the DNA would be passed on to subsequent generations, as would any undesirable modifications. Imagine accidentally giving future generations a predisposition to craving Brussels sprouts. The horror. Moreover, the outcomes of such mutations are unpredictable. Even if the intention is noble, to create healthy embryos from the outset, the risk in the hands of private entities acting for profit and without official rules is that it could derail into the possibility of creating future designer babies with desirable physical or cognitive traits. It's a modern, high-tech version of eugenics. We're talking about kids who are not only smart and strong, but also come with built-in Wi-Fi and the ability to fold laundry telekinetically. Okay, maybe not that last one, but you get the idea. It's a slippery slope. If you're enjoying or being thoroughly unnerved by these scientific revelations, let us know in the comments. And if you want an extra incentive to comment, I promise the next gag will be about my attempt to genetically edit my cat to do my taxes. Don't miss the chance to share your thoughts. Is it just research? According to the Wall Street Journal, the Preventive project is allegedly funded by some big names. Sam Altman of the AI company, OpenAI, his husband Oliver Mulherin, and Brian Armstrong, CEO of Coinbase, a cryptocurrency exchange platform. So, we're talking about tech billionaires playing with genes. What could possibly go wrong? The paper also reported that the company has been turning to countries with more flexible regulations in this sector, with a particular focus on the United Arab Emirates. The idea is to operate secretly and then present the scientific community with a fait accompli, much like Herr Jiankui did. It's like throwing a surprise party for everyone, but the surprise is that you've just rewritten the human genome. After the journal's article came out, Preventive completely denied the accusations of having already selected a candidate couple. However, they did admit to being focused on research to prove the safety of embryo editing before this technology can be implemented. So they basically admitted to being engaged in deep research in the field, even if they don't intend to rush things. It's like saying, we're just casually building a doomsday device, but we're not going to push the button yet. Preventive's interest, however, is not an isolated case. Several Silicon Valley companies are trying to conceive and commercialize genetic technologies in the reproductive field. This mainly involves genetic screening tools that sift through an embryo's entire genome and calculate its polygenic risk score, which is the genetic predisposition to develop certain diseases in the future. The goal? To work towards a next generation of children more protected from inherited diseases, but also smarter, less anxious. And then what? Perfect children for millionaires who want to live forever. So not only designer babies, but also potentially immortal ones. Who needs a nice personality when you have perfect genes, right? I hope this deep dive into the fascinating and somewhat terrifying world of embryo genetic editing has been both entertaining and thought-provoking. It's a serious topic, and it raises a lot of questions about where humanity is headed. We might not be able to stop every secret lab in Silicon Valley, but we can stay informed and engage in these important ethical discussions. In conclusion, if you enjoyed this journey through science and laughs, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a dazzling like and click the bell so you don't miss the next crazy maybe episodes. Thanks for joining us, and remember, science is fun, even when it delves into the ethics of making designer babies. See you next time.